Hello, Teacher Rita here. I wanted to make this video for my referrals, again, like the interview one. I see a lot of the same questions, so I wanted to, Trace is right below me. I wanted to create a video to answer some of those questions and show you some of the slides that you may be unsure of. So yeah, this video is definitely for my referrals. So if you have any questions, make sure to message me. If there's any slides you're still not sure about, let me know. So on slide 1 of mock class 1, it will be the same thing as the interview. Hello, my name is Teacher Rita. What's your name? My name is Jen. Hi, Jen. How old are you? I am 5 years old. Good. Great job, Jen. And as I talked about in the interview video, you're just going to give the thumbs up and you're going to make sure you change the slide so that it's a nice smooth transition and you'll be at the reward slide. On this slide, you will say, Jen, today when you do a good job, you will get a cookie for the Cookie Monster. And then you're just kind of smiling and you can say good job or okay, and you're getting to the next slide. And this is the warm-up slide. So it's important to know that they have prior knowledge of the ruler and the robot. So these are vocabulary words that they already know. So I would start with those two objects. So you're going to ask, what do you see? And with those two objects, I would see if they know them or remember them before I tell them. So what I would do is circle the robot. Jen, what do you see? I see a robot. Good job. Circle the ruler. And if you have a ruler, that's a really great prop. I don't have one right now, but I would definitely hold up the ruler. What do you see? I see a ruler. Good job, Jen. Now you're getting to the words that they don't know. So I would circle the tomato and say, tomato. I see a tomato. What do you see? I see a tomato. Good. Circle the tongue. Tongue. I see a tongue. What do you see? I see a tongue. Good job, Jen. Yes, very good. Circle the table. Table. What do you see? I see a table. Good job. However, some mock mentors may say table. And while that's the correct answer, we want a complete sentence. So you have to pay attention to see if they are making a complete sentence. So if I say, what do you see? And Jen says, table. I would say, good. I see a table. And remember, like I said in the interview, when you want them to repeat, put your finger at your mouth. And every time you want an answer, you cup your ear. Good job, Jen. You get a cookie. And show your reward. They really want the reward visible. This is a newer thing. So if you can somehow prop up a whiteboard or something you can stick your reward on, they will really like that. So right now, I mentioned it in my last video, we just moved to Croatia, so it's been a bit crazy. So this is kind of my temporary classroom setup. I am definitely not winning the points on best classroom background, so I won't give any tips on that. But I definitely recommend having a nice clear background. Obviously, you keep seeing my kids walk back and forth. definitely not appropriate. I'm just doing this for the video so I can get this done. So keep that in mind. I talked about all the tips and things you need to do in previous videos. So make sure you focus on those things as well as what I talk about today. So then you said the good job and you switch to the slide and you go to the review. So you are reviewing these letters. So it's big and small letters. So what I would do is I would already have your whiteboard written out like the screen. And you are going to ask them to draw a line. Big letter, small letter, draw a line. And they're going to draw, and if they are, I kind of would wait a second to see what they do after you say, big letter, small letter, draw a line. And if they kind of look at you like, what, teacher, huh? Then you model. Instead of talking and telling them more about it, you just show them and you say, small S, big S, draw a line. And then 99% of the time, they're just going to quickly draw a line and be done. And you're going to say, good job. Another part of this slide is also learning or reviewing the letter sounds. So I would ask, what sound does S make? S makes the S sound. Good. And paying attention to their phonics on this, because maybe they're going to say sa, and you want to make sure you're listening that it's s. What sound does L make? This is one to pay attention to too, because a lot of the times the students and even some teachers say la. It's not la. You're listening and correcting for O. And do that for each letter. What sound does R make? R makes the R sound. Good job. And then the same thing for K. Very good, Jen. You get a cookie. Good job. And then changing the slide. And the next slide is also a review. This slide, I think sometimes referrals overdo it and overthink it. I would definitely start by going over the sounds. So I would circle K and ask, what sound does K make? I don't know, teacher. Okay, K makes the K sound. K makes the K sound. Good. K, 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 K. Good job. What sound does E make? E makes the E sound. Good job. So while you're asking them, they might say, I don't know. So you're just prepared to ask and then guide. Because it is a review, they should know it, but sometimes they don't. So be prepared to go either way. And then you're going to say, good job. And then you are going to circle the first picture. You can start with elevator, start with whatever one you want. I believe they already have the prior knowledge of the king and let's see, prior knowledge. The king, the key, and kite. They should know those already. So I would start with those ones. So I would circle the kite. And I don't have it with me right now, but I would definitely have a picture of a kite. And I would show it. And I would say, what do you see? I see a kite. Good job. What sound does kite start with? Kite starts with K. Good job. Draw a line. Very good. And then I would do that for the king and the keys. And so I would have a crown for the king and put it on and say, what do you see? King. Good. I see a king. I see a king. Good job. Yes. What sound does king start with? King starts with K. Good job. Draw a line. K. And then you're going to do that for the keys because those are review. You should definitely be able to ask them, what do you see? Then you're going to get to the egg, the elevator, and the elephant. And with those ones, I would circle the elephant and say, elephant. Elephant. Good. What do you see? I see an elephant. Good job. What sound does elephant start with? Elephant starts with eh. Good. Draw a line. And they're going to draw a line, and you're going to do the same thing for egg and elevator. And then when you finish, you're going to say, good job, Jen. You are amazing. You get a cookie. Very good. And you're changing the slide. The next slide is letter X. So you're beginning the actual lesson now. On this slide, you need to introduce the letter name, which is X, big and small, and the sound. So I would start with showing X and say X. X. Good. Big X. Good job. Small X. Small X. Good job. X makes the sound X. X makes the sound X. Good. X. And correct them and pay attention. Very good job. And then you're going to switch the slide. So I wouldn't give a reward on this one because it's pretty quick, but you can give a reward on each slide. It's up to you, kind of where your flow is. And the next one is the fox. So on this slide, I have a picture of a fox. So if you have a picture of a fox, that's great. You're going to hold it up. What do you see? Fox. Good. I see a fox. I see a fox. Good job, Jen. And then you are going to switch to the next slide, which is ox. Again, I don't think I would reward there. I would probably wait until after the ox. It's up to you, though. I think this is a picture of an ox. I'm not positive, so make sure you use an actual picture of an ox. And you're going to hold it up, and you're going to say, what do you see? I see an ox. Good. Yes. Fox. Ox. Good job. You get a cookie. Great job. And you're switching the slide. And this slide is activity time. So as soon as you get to it, you're going to say, oh, activity time. Yay! Woo! And just get super excited. So have some sort of prop and make it exciting. And then you're just going to change slides. That's literally it. So you're just trying to get them amped up and excited. On this slide, I recommend using a whiteboard. This is what I use in class. I would have 3 dots. So as I'm sitting there, I would draw it out, and I would go, ah, 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 x, x, good, axe. And then I would point and let them say it by themselves. Axe, axe. Great job, Jen. And then I would literally do the same thing with tax. And I would say t, t, axe, tax. And then let them do the rest of them. So it's the F, axe, fax. And make sure you change the end also. And then, yeah, you're going to do it for each letter. And I think that's the easiest one because they're visually seeing it. And I know that Vipkid likes you to show the stopping at the sound, so it's not just one word. A lot of the times when I'm teaching level 2s, what's happening is they're saying, let's, for example, max. A student might say max. And you say, good. Ax, max. And they say, ma, ax, max, because they think it's muh. So if you don't have them break down the sounds, you might not catch that. So it's important to have them pronounce each sound as you're going. So I definitely recommend the whiteboard on this. If you don't have one, you can totally use the screen and just, circle the A. Good. Circle the X. Circle the X. X. And then good job, Jen. You get a cookie. Good. And they can see their reward, so it's super exciting for them. And then you go to the memory game, the dreaded memory game. For whatever reason, this is the toughest slide for referrals. It was definitely the toughest for me. I remember going into it, I still wasn't even really sure about it when I started teaching. So I had a good conversation with my mock mentor, and she explained to me a super simple way of doing it. And unfortunately, every mock mentor is different. So you might do it one way that a mock mentor hates, and vice versa. But I think this is the most simple way of doing it while still using the target sentences and everything that goes with that. So what I would do is I would show X. I would actually show it to them, and then I would circle the top left X. And I would say, what do you see? I see X. Good. Then I would circle the other X. What do you see? I see X. Good job. Draw a line. So getting them to literally, this is really bad, but these are the cards. We're going to pretend. Let's pretend that there's an X on this. So you're going to say, if this was a screen, I wouldn't draw this up on the whiteboard. I would be doing this on the screen. I would circle it. What do you see? And they're going to say, I see X. I see X. And you're going to have them draw the line. Then you're going to do the same thing for Fox. You're going to hold up your picture. What do you see? Using TPR. My hands are full right now. And they're going to say, I see a fox. And you're going to say where the other fox is. You're going to circle it. What do you see? I see a fox. You're going to have them draw a line. Good job. You're going to show them the ox. What do you see? I see an ox. Oops. I see an ox. Again, you're just making them draw the line so they build the memory of where the lines are and what objects are there. The way the mock mentor explained it to me was that it helps them remember if they're doing it in pairs. So then you go to the blank slide. And if this was the blank slide, I would, again, have my X, my fox, and my ox ready, and I would circle where the X would go. What do you see? And do it in the exact order that you had done it on the previous slide. And they're going to say, X. I see an X. Good. And then you're going to go to the other X, and you're going to, what do you see? And you're going to have them draw a line. And you're going to do the same thing for fox. Same thing for fox. Drawing a line. So they're not going to actually write in the fox and the X. They're just going to draw the line. And then you're going to go to Bailey. Watch out, babe. Oops. Kid malfunction. And then you're going to do the same thing with ox, and you're going to have them draw the line. So they're going to remember from the previous slide. Let's say that it's super difficult and the mock mentor is like, what, teacher? Just go back to the previous slide and show them again. Show them the lines and say X, fox, ox, and then continue that way. And then you're going to say, Jen, amazing. You get a cookie. Great job, Jen. And the next slide is the X slide. So what I would do on this, I don't have any with me right now. I just moved, so bear with me. I would have an IX on a note card. I have my whiteboard right now. But I would have it written on a note card like this and just have it pre-written. And then I would also have the other letters, which are K, R, S, M, T, and have those also on cards. I would do just one letter, not the big and small. I would just have one to make it a bit easier, the small letters. But I'm going to show you with the whiteboard. So you are going to review the I and the X sound. You're going to say I, X, X. Good. Ix. Ix. Good job. And then you're going to hold up your cards. Pretend this is a note card. And you're going to hold up the K. And you're going to say K. Kicks. Good job. And then the next letter is R. You're going to hold up the R. And you're going to have them try to do it by themselves. Ix, Rix. Good. And paying attention to correct them on the pronunciation. And then the next letter is S. Sax. Sax. Good. Ix. Six. So that's how you correct them. You don't say, no, you're wrong. You just say, good. Ix, six. And the next letter is M. And you're holding the M. Ma, Ix, mix. Good. Ix, mix. So paying attention to the M sound. It's really notorious for VIP Kid students. I'm constantly correcting it. And then the last one is the T. And you're going to hold up the T. Ix, tix. Good. Great job. And then the last part of this slide is holding up two slides. So you're going to, or two note cards. So I'm going to hold up the M and the R. And I'm holding up my Ix note card. And I'm going to say Ix, Rix. And they're going to look, and I'm going to show them, right, Rix. And they're going to write Rix. They're going to write R and fill it in on that blanks part of the slide. And then the next part you do is reward them. Good job, Jen. Amazing. And then you go to the goodbye slide. And on this slide, I would say, Jen, you did a great job today. You got so many cookies. Good job. Bye, Jen. See you soon. And then you're finished with letter X. So at this point in the lesson, you will talk with your mock mentor. They will offer you feedback. So it's super important that you listen to what they suggest and you apply it to the second half of the lesson. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and please let me know any other questions that you might have.